Hey, what's up guys, Grace Graphics here. This is my first voice tutorial. You guys never heard my voice before, so here you go. I wanted to start my tutorial series out with some of my basic Cinema 4D stuff that I use on my text on my BGs. So here we go. I'm gonna do some lighting effects today. These are the lighting effects I use when I do my text. None of my other C4D work uses this. I don't like using Lightrooms because I like to use my own work and not rip off other people's lighting backgrounds and stuff. So I basically, what you want to do, close that, create a texture, color, material, whatever you want to call it, and you want to leave it the same color, and you want to click on luminance and check it off, and turn the brightness to 200, I don't know, 2200. So this is basically what the light is going to take on, and then you want to make another one, and whatever color you're going to make your text, so the front of it. So I'm going to do, let's see, how about pink, because it's Valentine's Day. By the way, happy Valentine's Day. And then you want to go reflection and Fresno on texture. Okay, and now this is vital. If you don't do this, it won't look good and you'll have too much shine. So basically you want to turn the brightness up here to 25%, and then the bottom down here of mixed strength only to 5%. If it's any more, it's way too bright. So you want to make sure you just get it to there. Okay, and then basically that's the front color. So I like to make it that, and then you basically want to duplicate that and change this color to like a black, dark gray color, like so. And then you want to make sure you turn off specular, because it just makes it, it gives it kind of a white shine to it, and you can see the lighting reflection off a bit more. Okay, so here, now we're going to start making the lights. So what you do is you click on the little cube here, and you go to plane, and click off that and go to MoGraph and Cloner. Okay, so you want to drag the plane onto Cloner until the arrow goes down, so you decide what you want it down. Choose down. Okay. Choose down and let it go, and then change mode to grid array. So, Mom, fuck. Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing something and you just screwed it up. I'm talking. You just screwed it up. I have to redo it now. Fuck. Alright, not right now. I'll do it in a minute.
And fix the internet.
Yeah. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So you want to click on, you want to drop it under Cloner, and when the arrow points down, sorry about that, and go to basic. I clicked off of it, maybe. Okay. There you want to go to object, and then make sure it's on grid array under mode, and then down here in count you want to change the first one to 4, second one to 1, and third one to 4. Okay, so now you see we've multiplied it a few times, and then you want to change the first size to 1500 and third size to 1500, and you want to leave the center one how it is. So now you see we have a nice grid of lights. I'll just zoom out. So there's your grid, and then you want to drop the white texture we made, the light, onto the plane, not onto the cloner, and drag the cloner up so that you can't see it. And you can zoom in a little bit. Okay, now you want to make your text, so you go to MoGraph, MoText, center it, type in your text. I'm gonna write grays. There you go. And we'll center that perfectly. It's not off. Okay, whatever. We'll center with the lights. So there's grays, and then choose your font. I'm going to do, let's go with, how about, yeah, that's good enough. Okay, whatever. That's not the best font text, but whatever. We'll use it for now, just for the tutorial's sake. Okay, you want to change the depth to 80 or more. I'm gonna actually do 100 right now, just so to give it some more depth. and you can zoom in on your text like so, and you might want to rotate it up a little bit so you can see the top. I'm going to go to caps, change this to fill it cap, steps on both to 10, and the radius on both to 2. So there's your text. Now this is the part I'm gonna have to play around with because I can never remember it. So what you want to do is you want to drag your pink onto your text. So you have your pink, and then you want to drag your black onto. And now it looks like it's black, but if you click off, it stays black. And you click pink, and it's pink. So what you want to do is basically down here under selection, I believe this one is C1. Let's see if I'm right. No, I'm wrong. Okay, sorry guys, so I'll cut back here. So basically what you have to do is you have to make sure you have your black texture on the left of the pink, and on the black one you want to have nothing under selection, and on the pink one you want to have C1, and then you'll get this. So now what you want to do is you want to go into your settings here, go to output, and this is basically your own what you want. I just go to screen and I make it 2560 by 1600 just for the sake of it being as big as possible on its best quality, and I change the resolution to 10,000 just so it has the most pixels possible, so you can zoom in really far and it still looks fine. And you'll make sure you're on current frame here. Go to anti-aliasing and change it to best, and still image, leave it. And now here for your rendering boxes, it depends on your computer. For me, I run a MacBook with 4 gigs of RAM, so I do 4x4 to 8.8, but most people should run 2x2 to 4x4. So yeah. Then you want to go down here to effect and add a global illumination, and change the gamma to 1.2. Come over here to irritants cache and change it to low and low. Oops. Low and low. And add under effect an ambient occlusion, and you can just leave that how it is. Okay, so now that we have that and our shape has changed, you can zoom out and render, and you'll get your final thing. You can't really see the back of the text right now, obviously, because it's in Cinema 4D and the background is black. You can kind of see it on the Z there. But once I put it into Photoshop, you guys will, oh there you can see it on the top, never mind. You'll see how it turns out. But next thing I'm going to do, and this is optional, you can leave it how it is or you can do this. Basically what you want to do. So this is going to screw up everything. What you have to do is you have to duplicate this, your text, as many times as each letter you have. So I have 5 letters, so I'm going to duplicate the text. Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control C, V on a Mac. Sorry, Command C, Command V on a Mac, and Control C, Control V on a Windows computer. So duplicate. So you click on your text and you Command C, Command V, Command C, Command V until you have 5. So there, now I have 5. And then you want to go from order to beginning, go to your object and change it to the first letter. So you have G, and then here you have R. And the third one, A, fifth one, Y, or fourth, sorry, and the last one, Z. So now they're all mixed up in the center, so you want to go to the first one and drag it this way, second one, drag it this way, leave the third one, drag this one out, and fourth one, drag it out. So now you have your text again. And now what I like to do, I'll move it over slightly more, is you basically rotate them all and push them together so that they have a nice moving feeling to them almost. Like I'll show you in a second here. So take the first one, and what you always want to do is angle it towards where you're looking from and lean it forward on the first letter, and it always gives it a nice effect. So there you go, and you can move it up slightly or whatever you want to do with it. And so what I do is you make sure the next letter is not doing the same thing as it. So you want to have it do the opposite thing. So you want to have it coming this way and be leaned back more. So like that. And then your A, or your third letter, or whatever you're doing with it, just lean straight forward and turn it slightly the other way so that you're not going back and forth with the exact same pattern. You want to turn it. You want to bring it out slightly so that you're not overlapping it too much. And move it back. And bring the camera back. And go. And then your third letter, you rotate it again, and this time it's going to get rotated this way and lean slightly back. Oops, sorry about that. And then you get your last letter, or whatever letter you're on, and you want to lean it the other way and slightly out. Like so. And then just put it back in with the other letters. Okay, and then you can zoom in on or do what you want to do with the camera, and we'll render and just make sure it looks all good. Sometimes you get the other letters sticking to the other letters funny, and you get weird reflections off of them, so I'll just make sure I do it before I fully render it, because it does take quite a bit of time. So here, I'll just fast forward this now, and I'll see you guys when it's done. Okay guys, so the text is done now, and here you have an example of what it looks like. And that's basically what we want. I'm just going to move the Z in a slight bit, and I'm going to lean it backwards more, just so that it fits in a little better with the Y. So that's actually pretty much just like that. Okay, so now we have that. You're going to click the center button up here with the orange background, and it's going to render. So this is going to take quite a bit of time again, guys. So I'll leave you to it, and I'll fast forward it for you so you don't have to watch this because it's quite boring.